Well, one of the things that we're seeing with our organization, the Southern Tier Startup Alliance, is companies who have very specific needs. And so they're looking for workers who have a particular skill set, not necessarily even high tech. It could be, certainly there's a need for people with computer skills, but also things like food safety. So part of that disconnect is not just people who are available, but people who are available who have a particular skill. So one of the things that we've seen, and it kind of goes in conjunction to the skill set, is during pandemic, there's a number of people who learned a new skill. One of the things that we saw boom in is people doing online education. And so learning how to do computer programming or how to cook or how to do other things, they have these new skills and say, I don't necessarily want to go back to that old job because I have these new skills and this gives me more long-term stability. So I do think that this demographic shift in workers has been there for a while. It's been accelerated. There's actually an NYU professor named Scott Galloway who wrote a book about this. And one of the premises of Professor Galloway's work is that all the trends that were happening, COVID accelerated 10 years. So we were already seeing this shift, and it just got accelerated because people said, now's the time, let me rethink things. I've got new time on my hands. And there's these organizations who are thinking much more flexibly about what their workforce looks like. Gosh, I don't know if there was one single thing that was a catalyst. I do believe broadband access has really been able to shrink the world. People are looking at their work life and saying, I can get a lot of work done on my computer. And so why do I need to sit in my car and sit in traffic? Or why do I need to be in an area that is not where I want to live, just because that's where I want to work? And so we're seeing those trends. And so I think broadband had a lot to do with it. What's interesting, Tara, I haven't actually seen people come to me and say, I'm looking for a worker of a certain age. So many of the folks that I work with, the CEOs of these companies, they're not coming and say, I need somebody who has this age. They're looking for coming and say, need somebody who has this skill set. So it could be a technical skill set, it could be a business development or sales skill set. And so that's really an opportunity for people who maybe don't have a long resume, don't have a long track record, because the CEOs are a lot less concerned with that. They're not looking for 20 years of experience anymore. They're looking for relevant experience or relative skill sets. So I believe those demographics, but in the CEOs I talk to, age does not come up. Well, Tara, one of the things that I have heard, and this may be personal to my life because I have 2 young kids, is the importance of childcare in schools and how many people were impacted by the schools being closed and the childcare being shut down. That was a big deterrent for folks being able to go back to work or go back to a normal schedule. That's what I'm saying, yes. So that they're looking at this saying, hey, if I can still be at home and still get some work done, maybe that's a nice balance, especially when childcare in some cases wasn't an option, or if I balance the cost of childcare to what I'd make from, say, a service job, to where now I could be in a service job doing customer service online or on the phone, and I could still be with my family. It starts to make economic sense to look for those other types of jobs. Terry, there's another trend we're seeing, which is a plus for upstate New York, is people who are moving here. And so there are folks who have a connection to the area. Maybe they grew up here, maybe they went to school here. They like upstate New York. They understand a lot of its pluses. And now they're saying, you know what? I could move there and still keep my job. The number of people I talk to who are moving here, want to move here, and still saying that their current employer is going to keep them on payroll, it really is an interesting shift.